harap ka. Magkadikit kayo ha. No, harap ka. Dito ka, dyan ka sa white. Yan. Okay. Pag dumating si Joanna, ano kayo, touch ng shoulder ha. And then you face them. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's alright to cover me. It's fine. Yeah, go for it. Go for it, guys. Dito ka. It's okay. Dun siya. Sa kabila. I don't know kung kailan. Yeah, wait. Ikaw nga magsabi, hindi ko alam. Hindi ko alam yun na. No. Yeah. So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Maybel Mercado, and I will be the celebrant for this ceremony, the marriage of Glenn Michael Vibar Olivia and Joana Jeriza Algabre Glorioso. I would like to thank each and every one of you for being here to witness the union between these two beautiful and amazing people. On behalf of Glenn and Joanna, I would like to thank their beautiful families and friends for joining us on this special day. I would like to also take a moment during this ceremony to honor the couple's parents. Glenn's parents, Melchor and Flor de Liza, and Joanna's dad and mom, Rodolfo and Mila. May I please ask the bridesmaids and the groomsmen to please take a seat. Thank you. Thank you. The best kind of love stories are the ones that have unique memories for the couples. They are quirky and fun, and not only make the couple smile and laugh, but also make their friends and family smile too. Glenn and Joanna are one of the best kinds of love stories out there and will make your insides hurt from laughter. Your cheeks pinch with constant smiles, and your eyes roll because of the hilarious characters that they are and make you just want to hug them as they were meant to be. Their story begins on a night shift at a hospital ward. Perhaps it could mirror a scene out of Grey's Anatomy. But Glenn was not supposed to be on the orientation for new nurses at that time, but somehow found himself volunteering anyway and was asleep when he let it. Joanna can recall this random nurse, drowsy, and almost. Sorry. Nah. Working. Sorry. It's loud. Sorry. Sorry for that. Technical difficulties. Joanna can recall this random nurse, drowsy and almost asleep, approaching her and the other postgraduates at the MDI New Sinai Hospital in Laguna in 2010, and having to roll her eyes. Already, before any dating started, Glenn had asked her to wake him up And so from here, she always seemed to be paired with the senior staff nurse she called Sir Glenn, the one who fell asleep. That's not very nice, is it, Glenn? Eventually, after spending some time working together, at the end of the rotation, Glenn asked Joanna on a date. Joanna was clear from that day she was not in the market for a boyfriend. Her plans were to move to Canada. But she needed a staff member to fill up her feedback form. So, with her friend Maan as a chaperone per se, she agreed to a date. It is here we can laugh as the audience who look upon this very loving couple 12 years later as they look forward today to solidifying their unexpected love story in marriage. You never know when love will come knocking at your door and simply sweep you off your feet. It is always unexpected and changes your life forever. And this is exactly what love did to our gorgeous couple standing before us today. The couple became official on the 1st of March 2011 during their out-of-town trip to Puerto Galera, Mindoro to celebrate Glenn's birthday. 12 years is a long time, and the couple shared many adventures together. One of the earlier memories that Joanna recalls is their first kiss, and definitely one that nurses and doctors could relate to. For Joanna, it was a hilarious memory and had to share it. The kiss, which she thought might taste sweet like in all the rom-com movies, in fact, tasted like rust. And she realized that Glenn's nose was bleeding, and a non-comedy movie scene. But despite the random bleed, she felt very special and beautiful. And the two ended up laughing out loud about the whole thing. The couple lived off work loans to enjoy the travel to various destinations just to continue to explore their world together on the nursing budget they had. They didn't need much but beautiful scenery and each other. They also have sweet nicknames for one another. We all know the classic endearing term babe. But when they met the bearcat on their travels in Palawan, this clingy animal also became their new term of endearment for each other. The greatest leap of faith the couple made, which was rife with challenges and really solidified their love and relationship, was their decision to move to Australia around May 2014. Having lived comfortably in the Philippines, it was a challenging transition to begin with as they had to resort to odd jobs such as waitstaff or carers to make ends meet while studying nursing. They were blessed at first, as within the span of 2 weeks, they obtained visas for Australia, and so they started from scratch, which even led to them second-guessing their decision to come to Australia. But they continued to persevere all the same. It was also one of the roughest seasons, according to Glenn, as Joanna was very sick and hospitalized for up to 3 months, which left their visas hanging by a thin thread. Every night, they leaned on their faith and prayed for a miracle. Their parents tried to convince them to return home after witnessing the amount of testing Joanna had to endure. But the couple decided to remain strong and never cave in. So they vowed never to leave each other, even when Joanna suggested dropping her name off the visa. Another 2 months passed and their permanent residency was on the line. But Joanna will never forget the patience, love, and care that Glenn showed towards her, never leaving her side and always encouraging her no matter what. Eventually, they could return to their love of good food and wine, eating at nice restaurants, going on cruises, and watching movies and attending music festivals when Joanna was better and they remained in Australia despite the fear of having to return. After all they have been through, the unexpected love that entered Joanna's life was not going to leave her. And this has brightened both their lives for the better. Glenn loves how he can just vibe with Joanna so well as be playful, silly, and sweet like first-time lovers. They can joke and enjoy each other's food, which is always prepared so well by Joanna, but takes ages to be made, but it's worth it in the end. For Joanna, Glenn is an easy one to love. His sweetness, dedication, commitment, and super fun demeanor is addictive and comforting at the same time. He is her best friend with whom she wants to do everything. Glenn is Joanna's rock, even when he annoys her by being late all the time. This gorgeous couple has achieved so much together and deserves all the happiness that love can bring. Today is their day, the long awaited moment they can say in front of their friends and family that this marks the beginning of forever for the couple, and so they deserve this moment. So let's not wait any longer and celebrate the love of Glenn and Joanna. May I please have Todd for the first reading? Just read this one as well, the author. Can you
Okay.
include the author?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
The bridge across the river forever. A soulmate is someone who has locks that fit our keys and keys that fit our locks. When we feel safe enough to open the locks, our truest selves step out and we can be completely and honestly who we are. We can be loved for who we are and not for who we're pretending to be. Each unveils the best part of the other. No matter what else goes wrong around us, with that one person, we're safe in our own paradise. Our soulmate is someone who shares our deepest longings, our sense of direction. When we're two balloons and together our direction is up, chances are we found the right person. Our soulmate is the one who makes life come to life. Richard Bach.
Thanks, Todd. Can I please call on Joanna Marie? Thank you for this second reading. Mahawakan na kasi namamatay doon. Dito
Sa atin.
mahawakan yan. Diyan na,
Okay.
mahawakan yan.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you read it
What's the
together with the
second
author? Thank you.
Where's the second reading?
From beginning to end, by
Up until,
lahat yan.
until here?
Lahat yan.
Oh, okay.
Sa title and then author.
Okay. From Beginning to End by Robert Fulham. You have known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point, you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed, you have been making promises and agreements in an informal way. All those conversations that were held riding in a car or over a meal or during long walks, all those sentences that began with when we're married and continued with I will and you will and we will. Those late night talks that included someday and somehow and maybe, and all those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. All these common things and more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you are about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know all those things we've promised and hoped and dreamed. Well, I meant it all, every word. Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you have been many things to one another: acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, dancing partner, and even teacher. For you have learned much from one another in these last few years. Now you shall say a few words that take you across a threshold of life, and things will never quite be the same between you. For after these vows, you shall say to the world, this is my husband, this is my wife.
Thank you, Joanna. Okay na. Pa-hold. Hold. You can hold hands. All right, we're ready for this, guys. This is it. Okay, no turning back. Yeah? I am duly authorized by law to solemnize marriages according to law. Before you are joined in marriage, in my presence, and in the presence of these witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship into which you are now about to enter. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is the union of two people to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life. Glenn, will you take Joanna as your wife, forever partner, to love her, promising to be faithful with her and standing by her through all of life's challenges as long as you both may live?
I will.
Good answer. Joanna, will you take Glenn as your husband, forever partner, to love him, promising to be faithful with him and standing by him through all of life's challenges as long as you both may live?
I will.
We're now going to do the legal vows, and the couple has chosen to repeat after me. Okay, just listen to me and then you repeat. I call upon
I call upon
the persons
the persons
here present
here present
to witness that I,
to witness that I,
Glenn Michael Vivar Olivia,
Glenn Michael Bivar Olivia,
take thee,
take thee,
Joanna Jerisa Algabre Glorioso,
Joanna Jerisa Algabre Glorioso,
to be my lawful wedded wife.
to be my lawful wedded wife.
Now, go to you, full name. All right. I call upon
I call upon
the persons
the persons
here present
here present
to witness that I,
to witness that I,
Joanna Jerisa Algabre Glorioso,
Joanna Jerisa Algabre Glorioso,
take thee,
take thee,
Glenn Michael Vivar Olivia,
Glenn Michael Vivar Olivia,
to be my lawful wedded husband.
to be my lawful wedded husband.
We'll now go to the personal vows, and I'll start with you, Glenn.
Yeah.
Don't hold here, ha? Kasi
Okay.
namamatay. Dito lang siya.
Okay.
Don't hold the bottle. Okay.
Hello. Hello. Test. Joanna, I pledge to honor, encourage, and support you through our walk together. When our ways become difficult, I promise to stand by you and uplift you so we can accomplish more than we could ever alone. I promise to work at our love and always make you the priority in my life. With every beat of my heart, I will love you in this lifetime or the next. You need a phone? Ay, tissue. I'll hold you.
Mahaba yung tawag ko. Hindi akong umiyak.
Sige, ako na lang. Today is the day we've all been waiting for. I can't hardly believe it's been more than 12 years since I have met you. Happy anniversary. It has been a long journey, my love. And now, we are finally getting married in God's perfect time. Babe, I still remember the first day I saw you. I have to wake you up from your slumber in the emergency room. And you saw my beautiful face. And alam kong gandang-ganda ka na sa akin. It wasn't an easy start. But I ended up enchanted and spellbound by you. Totoo pala yung gayuma. I just fall in love with you. Your jokes, your randomness, your being constantly there for me. Thank you, Bearcut, for everything. For sorry. For being my best friend, my partners in crime, my best nurse when I was very sick. For being my rock and my home. For being my Park Sojun, my Taeyang, my Songkang, my Songjongki, You are my heart and my soul.
Is it really me?
I promise to cook for you every day, make the best tigado, and I will love you the best way I know how. Glenn, pipiliin kita araw-araw, mamahalin kita habang buhay. I love you. I do. Sorry. Dami ganda ka naman.
Dami.
Sorry naman.
Yep.
Sorry.
Thank you. You're okay. So you are symbolizing your marriage by the exchange of rings. Who has the rings, please? You can just give it to Glenn. Thank you. Bigay mo sa kanya yung sa kanya. And then, ano na, Joanna? You're okay? Ano na yan? Ano na?
Hinihilo na.
So, you repeat after me as well, okay?
Mm.
Joanna,
Joanna,
please take this ring
please take this ring
as a sign of my love and loyalty to you.
as a sign of my love and loyalty to you.
Yun siya. Dito. Left, yeah. So, Glenn,
Glenn,
please take this ring
please take this ring
as a sign of my love and loyalty to you.
as a sign of my love and loyalty to you.
Yeah.
This one?
Left.
So the ring is a symbol of eternal love, having neither a beginning nor an end left. Okay. Since Glenn and Joanna have declared before all of us their willingness to live together as husband and wife, and Glenn is now all smiles, waiting for this favorite part. Glenn Michael Vivar Olivia and Joanna Jeriza Algabre Glorioso, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Glenn, you may now kiss your bride. So you want another photo? Or? Okay. Go. Isa pa? Isa pa? That's nice. So we're now going to call the bride and groom plus the two witnesses to sign the register. Thank you. So Norman and Diana? Yeah. Okay. Upo kayong dalawa dito. Alright. As Glenn and Joanna have now given themselves to each other by vows and ring exchange, now that they have promised their faithfulness to one another, may both of you create a home full of love, trust, understanding, patience, and respect. Friends and family, for the first time, may I present to you Mr. and Mrs. Olivia. Woo! Yeah, go for it. Dan, kuna mo kami mamaya. Woo! With everyone.